should be joining here in 2 minutes. This ain't no game, but if it was, I call it weed shop. One stop short, cash only, no visa. Only plastic I'm gon' use is when I sack them trees up. C.O.D. Nothing come for free, son. Moving around your way, that's how you do, but that's not me, son. Yo.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Another second installment of Woken Bay Chronicles.
What's happening, bro?
Who?
That's my bro, Deezy.
Oh, okay. What's cracking, Deezy?
Yeah, man, we just in here talking shit, man. Today, we didn't even get our subjects up, so we just gonna come off the head with it, but...
yeah, most definitely. Woken Bay shit at its finest, man.
We can always start with, you know what I'm saying, we can leave off with Corona, of course, because you can never stop talking about that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So, while we figure out shit, we can just insult this motherfucking bullshit-ass virus that we got going on. And I say bullshit, I ain't saying it ain't real.
Right.
It's bullshit on how we deal with it.
The plague.
Yeah. Bubonic shit.
Yeah, man. The motherfucking plague, dog. I got a little bit more to tell them about that shit, man. Well, a little bit more articulate to it. It ain't really too much more. Like I said, I don't really put too much stock into the whole thing as far as all that. So I just find more ways to articulate my theory, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, not oblivious to the now and what's going on, but more so I understand shit. So, you know, looking at that shit. Hey, I want to keep doubling down on this shit because when it start coming out publicly, you don't know where it was at first, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna keep it in their face, man. Like, nigga, this shit is it's the new, like, it's the shift, bro. It's the shift.
Let me just break in real quick, even though ain't nobody watching right this moment. Could be somebody watching, we don't even notice. But anyways, the point of this fucking shit, what we're doing right here, is to work towards a podcast. We're literally filling out the shit, you know what I'm saying? So what we do is we come on here. It's trending. And we got opinion shit, because we are opinionated people.
Correct, Mundo.
And we would like to hear from anyone who is listening or paying attention, man, chime the fuck in as much as possible. So, yeah, that's where we at. Basically, we get on here, we light up our blunts, our bowls, our bones, or whatever the fuck, and then we just talk. Real hot shit.
Right there. Right there. Woke and baked, hence the title.
Right. Woke and baked. Yeah. So, get the shit. We getting it together now. Like another minute or two, we'll go and get into this shit.
Right. Let's see. Gotta go get myself out the car, man. Shit. Yeah, man. But what was that you were listening to earlier? That was some of your shit.
Yeah. That's some old shit from 2009, 2010.
Word. Dang, goddamn, dang, fucking, tried to mute your shit because of that shit?
No, because it's mine.
Okay, I thought that's what they did to you on the first one.
No, that wasn't mine. I was playing some regular, like some somebody else shit.
Oh, okay. So we can put our own music.
Yeah, you can put your own shit, just not nobody else.
Right. Just had to get the Iron Man right quick. Literally, the Iron Man.
Law in America. I guess that would be a good one.
Who?
I said Law in America.
Ha. Yeah, man. I was just putting my auntie on game like a couple of nights ago about that.
Talk about weed too.
He said talk about what?
Weed and why, like the legality and shit and all that. Why it should be legal by now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fucking. What you there?
What's up, brother? We're getting set up now. So just give us a second. Yeah, I do. Big rap, what you do, big dog?
Used to work on the docks.
You be all you can be, man. All right, so you said you had some. You wanted to elaborate some more.
Oh yes. On our on the COVID like when you was asking the other day, is this shit here to stay? And my answer's toward it. Hell yeah, I'm doubling down. That motherfucker here to stay. Just like everything else here to stay. But this shit a little different though. Hold on. Like, like Ebola, SARS, all that shit, like all of that. This shit get deep, bro. Like it's here to stay. This shit natural, my nigga. It's man made. But that shit go back into playing into like your religions and stuff is man made. It's like if you look at every religion, just like you see similarities in religions about everything, it's also plagues. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the coronavirus, after every plague in every religion, it's like a shift in the motherfucking culture, so to say, or the world after that plague. See what I'm saying? So the coronavirus is just that. Like I've been telling niggas on here, it's like this is a shift, with all the woke community talking about the Aquarian season and the Aquarian shift and all of that shit. This is all. That's why I said I don't knock nobody for doing whatever they do or whatever they believe in, because it all intertwined with shit. But it's all a part of the shift. But like I was saying, this is the new. You got religion, law, politics. This shit is the new addition on to them three. You know what I'm saying? Like them shits govern the world. Religion, law, politics. That's what fuel the economy. Currency is just the blood, you know what I'm saying? But the actual oxygen for that shit is them three components. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they just done added another element to that shit, which is COVID. It's not like a new element. It's just, like I said, it's the plague that is always in the mix when it's a new shift about to start. Just look this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, when the bubonic plague, like, after that shit, a religion came, bro. Like, a new, like, it's always a shift, bro. Like, some get down and lay down type shit. And what we doing right now with this corona shit, like, it's basically, like shit like Ebola and SARS, niggas was dying like more drastically. You feel what I'm saying? Like Corona may have took more lives, but the deaths was more gruesome. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, that shit sound like chaotic, so to say. Well, it's gonna sound like chaotic what I'm about to say, but it's like if a virus or a disease or a plague, whatever may have you, ain't that severe to the body. Like motherfuckers is dying, but they ain't dying gruesomely and they ain't dying at a rapid fucking rate. Like you can't that's why I tell niggas statistics and paper and numbers can tell you whatever. If you ain't seeing that shit at a rapid rate with your own eyes, then it's kind of a veil. And guess what? That shit is good and bad if you believe in the two. Because if you was seeing motherfuckers just dropping out, dying from COVID and whatever, like with Ebola, niggas had blood coming out of every fucking hole before you die. Like it's shit like that. If you had that to like be scared of, then you would believe it more. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like I'm just trying to make sense out of the shit where I'm going with this shit. So with some shit like Corona, it's like a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers get it, motherfuckers don't, motherfuckers get it and live, motherfuckers get it and die, motherfuckers are just like. So with something like that, that's a real plague. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you get like open the door for lies and deceit and all of that shit to come in like a real plague. Motherfuckers gonna tell you gonna get more motherfuckers dying from false information and lies and shit. That's what a plague is, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's what this is. And when the plague done, what they do every time, they use the aftermath of the plague to bring in a new world order. So for lack of better terms, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like because the plague just did so much. The plague just, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, yeah. So now we gotta everything going. You know what I'm saying? Everything is. Come on, bro. You gotta take a step back and look at this shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like this shit ain't nothing but a conduit for the shift. You dig what I'm saying? And it ain't like when I be telling them, like, bro, ain't nobody hiding nothing from you niggas. They be telling us, bro. Like on the last part, I told you like when you asked me what I was talking about with Trump and shit. Well, what I thought about Trump, I was like, I ain't vote for this nigga. I ain't vote for nobody, but I can tell niggas this. This nigga told you niggas what the fuck he told you niggas, and niggas thought this nigga was full of shit. He was a bigot. He was a racist. He can be all that, nigga. Did you get the message, nigga? Niggas don't be lying to niggas, bro. Niggas be like, they don't teach us that in school, nigga. They do. You be throwing balled up paper at the fucking teacher. He ain't trying to hear that shit, nigga. Like, bro, them niggas be on it. Niggas be telling you. Niggas be telling you. Niggas be dubbing the Bible and all that. Like, bro, the Bible be telling you. You just don't want to hear that shit. You want to read that shit like Jack and Jill and be done with it and go about your way and keep on studying that. Like, bro, yeah. You know what I'm saying? These folks ain't lying to us, bro. They telling us just what the fuck it is. And they letting us walk into our own demise, bro. So yeah, that was my extra tidbit on do I think COVID's here to stay? Hell yeah. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the conduit for the new shift. It ain't the only thing that's there, but it's like, it's a big, you know what I'm saying?
I get you. All right, so the things that I be thinking about that I want more confirmation or more clarity, maybe, is with the disease and how, or the virus and how it was closely related to the book that Dean Koontz wrote. You heard about that?
I might have, I think. I don't know.
He's like a horror writer in the days of Stephen King. Like he was kind of like a rival of Stephen, not a rival, but he was in competition, but he can't touch Stephen King. Anyways, he wrote horror books and shit, and he wrote a book that was very similar. It was all about the same shit, like a pandemic happened over there in fucking China. What's
China?
Wuhan?
China.
China. No, but it was Wuhan or something. It was
yeah. I think you got the right name, Wuhan.
Yeah, something like that same thing, and it's a whole thing about a pandemic and shit. Like it's the same fucking story. I just find it interesting. A lot of people throw the shit out the door, but I mean, I ain't saying jump on and throw all your eggs in that basket. It's weird, but it's very fucking odd that the shit. Now that's not even. I'm just gonna start hitting another thing. There's a fucking a god or a saint. There's a person named Saint Corona. And he's the god of plagues. You see, I'm not making this up.
Who said you making it up?
No. I'm just saying to anybody who might look and be like,
somebody was in the comments saying.
No, nobody saying something. I'm saying, everything I'm saying, look that shit up. I'm not saying solidified. Like I know what I'm saying. I know what I saw. I know what I'm reading. And Saint Corona is the name, and it's a god of plagues.
Look, bro, I can't make this shit up, bro. I don't know nothing about a motherfucking Saint Corona. And I just said what you said.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just find that interesting for those who really believe it's just straightforward what the government is saying in this world. I just find it interesting that the book was written and it's damn near to the T. Go look up Dean Koontz' book. It's been viral. And they already,
What's the name of the book?
I can't think of the name, but I guarantee you put Dean Koontz' book, like same as COVID pandemic, it'll pop up, guaranteed, because they debunked it and said that it's just coincidence.
Bruh, there is no such thing.
So, but you can look that up. That's all facts.
But you feel me though? There is no such thing as coincidence, bro.
I hear you. So
there is no such thing, bro. There's divine design. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no coincidence. So I'll be kinkies. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Somebody pulling strings. Every time there's a coincidence or a quinky somewhere, it's been a string and pulled.
If anybody can come back to me later, get at me, hit my phone, hit my inbox, anytime, and just clarify any of those two things. Like I said, the whole Dean Koontz book being very close, very, very, very uncanny to what's happening right now. And then the fucking whole other shit, Saint Corona. Like
you just dropped the bomb on me, buddy. I'm about to be all on that.
Yeah, look up Saint Corona, patron saint of pandemics. Like I'm looking at a site. I mean, I'm looking at something right now that says like you can pull this shit up for sure. So
I already know, bro.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just interesting. Very fucking interesting. Hopefully this shit can be debunked and somebody just made that shit up after they heard about it. But from what I'm looking at, this is something that was already put out there. You know what I'm saying? Like this Saint Corona's been existing anyway. But I just found it interesting. Those little things are things that I find interesting and just interesting about the whole, not the shutdown. I feel like the shutdown was the way to go. Not financially, but shutting down and not letting people go and spread corona. Like, nigga, you letting people fucking go in the crowded spaces. Protests, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
That's what a plague do.
Right. You go into crowded spaces and share air. And you legally can do it.
I remember I was talking about Ghost Sick on the last episode. That would that be, bro? Like that's all a part of that. Like they want you, like I was talking about with the job, with the Ghost Sick and shit. Like that's what a plague is, bro. You understand? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even necessarily gotta be as gruesome as a real like.
It just has to have like negative
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be like, nigga if you had 100 bricks, you had 100 bricks, nigga, and that's already like, nigga, but nigga might be out there like, nigga, I used to be a left-hand man. That nigga had 1,000. You know what I'm saying? That's what a plague is. When it got power to just build lies, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and people go off those lies and build and make economy that.
So that's exactly the word that has stuck with me since I learned it in fucking world history in high school was motherfucking a demagogue. Look that shit up. It ain't no country.
Yeah.
But it's literally a basic definition is basically you create fear, which then creates a need.
That's exactly.
That term's been around for so long.
Yeah.
Meaning those tactics have been being used.
Yes.
Not
that's
years.
What I'm saying.
Not centuries. Ages. Nigga, like
exactly.
empire, kingdoms have been using this same shit. Let's cause some type of issue because we have multiple kingdoms around a land, a country, or whatever. We got multiple, establishments. We all, we want to keep our shit how we want to keep it. We need to keep these. They way too many of these people, peasants, slaves. There's way too many of y'all. If we let them know that they have that power, they might overpower us. So let us cause issue. Let us make them treat us as though we're parents. You know what I'm saying? So so that they blindly follow what we say and do. And then let's cause an issue. And they would never blame us, the parents. We would never do that to our own children. Like you wouldn't do that to your own kingdom.
Right.
But this is how you keep that fear. So then you run to the person who caused the fear, but you don't know that they caused the fear. You run right to them, asking them to stop the fear. And then they say the only unorthodox, crazy way I can do it is you're going to have to get hit with something. Somebody's got to feel this, or some other something is going to lose. But I'm going to fix it. I'm sorry it's happening to you. Daddy's got you. Mommy's got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a total...
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. I'm waiting for you to... You shy away from the word, bro. I want you to say it.
It's important.
Because not even plague. I ain't even...
No, I said ploy.
A ploy, yeah. But Pete, bro, this is... I don't want nobody to think I'm with the Egypt. Like, I just know a little about a lot. Bro, this is all what this shit is about, bro. As above, this ain't rabbit holing. This is all intertwined, bro. Because what you just said.
Okay.
You cause a problem.
Right.
So, a motherfucker can come to you for the help. But you can't just go out there and just overtly just cause a problem. You gotta incovertly cause that shit and be mastering. You gotta master a way to a breadcrumb trail back to you that they can't even see. Bro, that is the beauty. That's why I tell people chaos has a negative a negative stigma around it, bro. Chaos ain't bad or good. Chaos is just what it is. What you just said, what we're talking about. Chaos. And guess what? That's what as above, so below me. If you think down here is fucked up, where all these religions and all these beliefs and everything is trying to get to ascending, that shit's fucked up too. It's just a different type of fucked up. I'm going somewhere with this shit.
I'm with you.
That's why all of the great civilizations in our history and all of that shit, from ancient Egypt to the Sumerians to all the way up to now in America, it's all going to tell you from chaos comes order. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is all what we, and I'm taking, this ain't rabbit hole, this is all intertwined. They've been listening from chaos comes order. That is what the Illuminati is about, bro. Not even just the Illuminati, that's one thing. I'm just trying to, because, most people know about the Illuminati, quote unquote. So it's like, Illuminati is the light bearers. Light, the light that we, as amongst us, we are light beings. one might say, when niggas say we light beings, one might think that's just it. They don't understand that light that we know as God said, let there be light, all that cute stuff. That is artificial light, so to say. Because it's slowed down. Like, that ain't the purest form of light. The purest form of light is the fucking darkness. We get 24 hours in a day because we made that shit. Because it's chaotic if you don't put some order in that shit. You dig what I'm saying? But we get night and day every fucking day. We get dark and we get light to let you know that, nigga, you don't understand the dark, but there's a reason for the dark. It look chaotic when the dark comes. Everything that you see in the light, that shit's still there. All that shit's still there. It just look crazy when the dark comes. That's because it's a fucking reminder. Every day is a reminder that, nigga, you come from the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Into the light. And what is the darkness? That is chaos, nigga. And the light is order. You understand what I'm saying? That's why every civilization is formed from this shit, and they pay homage to it once they succeed in doing it. Once they start chaos somewhere, and then make order from it, they put their stake in the ground like, bitch, this is another civilization that has been formed, nigga. You can't, there is no way around it. You gotta, like, nigga, lives be lost, blood be shed, all that crazy shit, motherfucker be stuck wondering where the fuck. And whoever surviving that shit, out of the craziness and the madness, motherfucker be bloody, all that shit, nigga, they put a fucking stake in the ground and still got the nerve to holler out, nigga, this my shit. That's order, nigga. That shit sound crazy, but it's order. From chaos comes order.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's what all this shit about. And what I'm telling niggas is, nigga, we all blessed. You know what I'm saying? In a sort of sense, because we here to witness this shit. This shit ain't happened since Catholicism and Christianity, nigga. Like, this is that again. Niggas don't even know about that shit, bro.
Preach, bro.
So that's what that's just my look with a lot of shit did on that shit, but you know.
I completely agree with you on the chaos comes order. From chaos comes order. Like, that's chaos and order are one of each other. Like
and it's not a secret.
Right. Fact.
They got this shit plastered in every civilization and every important place. Like, they got it there, like, for you to see, so you can learn. From chaos comes order. You must look to your past to govern the future.
Now I'm finna jump to a tangent, but it's tethered though. It stays attached. So, Georgia Guidestones. It's interesting because the reason I went there is we're talking about from chaos comes order. For anybody who don't know what the Georgia Guidestones is, it's in Elberton, Georgia. There's a fucking monument. It's got like 5 to 6 slabs, like ton slabs of marble. Like, it's not even marble, it's granite. And then engraved on these motherfuckers, on one of them, is like it's like 10 commandments. And it says at the very top of it, should the world come to chaos, follow these instructions. And then the instructions are written in the most prevalent 8 different languages of the world. Let me say that again.
What I'm saying.
That shit is in Georgia. Nigga, you can pull up and go check that shit out. My point is, we were talking about chaos comes order. It sounds like if you got this fucking monument, or this little whatever, where it's also lined up, it has holes in it and shit, so you can do planetary alignment and find like winter something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can line up shit as well as the ley line. I'm giving you all the shit, just the ley lines. If you know about those, it's on a place that's very powerful for as far as ley lines, as well as if you flooded this bitch. If you've seen that, they have a map where they like, if you know the U.S., if our country got flooded, what country? You know what I'm saying? That shit would still be, you know what I'm saying, not submerged. Anyways, I just thought that's very interesting that we have rules to reset the world in a city, in my state. You know what I'm saying? That shit is interesting, and nobody like makes that a big deal. Nobody gives a fuck about it because nothing's happening like right now.
Right.
But this is 8 different prevalent languages of the world. The nigga who did it person who did it was a man that gave his name was R.C. Christensen. He literally told the mayor of that town or whatever, he was like, listen, I'm not going to give you my real name. I'm going to give you this. This is a pseudonym. He literally told the man this. And they still accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get, what's the point of it, is what I'm saying. And it's now got cameras around it and shit. Like, you can't go, because people were, you know, defiling it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Writing, trying to, you know what I'm saying? But they protecting it, is my point. What the fuck? Does that not ring some bells? Like, why?
Nah, I know about that shit, and like, it's just all like,
That's just it.
I know a little bit about a lot, so it's just like, with me with that, it's just like, shit, bro. Whatever they gonna do it.
I mean, I feel that. It was just, I just looked at it like, because you were saying from chaos comes order. It just, the overall thing I was getting at is that seems like it's saying like, well, this has happened before. And when it does, this is what you're supposed to do to reset.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't even, what, do you know what it says?
Like the first couple, I don't know it word for word, but the first one is like maintain population under 500 million. That's not I'm not making that up. Look this shit up. The first, I swear, maintain population under 500 million. Second one is telling you, it's like, it's about, it's about, like create a language or something like, it's telling you how to fucking revamp a world if the shit just got fucked up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Crazy, bro.
That's like evidence, or unless it's just some bullshit and somebody playing a hoax. But the government is protecting it. They putting cameras around it and shit and making sure you don't defile this shit. So it means it holds some level of importance.
Guess what? You could be right about it holding some level of importance, but again, like, with the overstanding and shit, I always look at shit with an under eye. All of that right there could be just for a nigga to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna put all this security around this bitch just to have a nigga look at this bitch like, hey.
But that's the thing. They didn't have security on it at first. It was just folks who started defiling it and start fucking with it. And then
yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, create chaos. The order is, now we got these cameras and all of this big shit around it to make it look like Fort Knox and shit, but really, if you do happen to get in there and whatever the fucking tear that shit down, nigga, so what? You ain't stopped the real plan, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was just a ploy. You know what I'm saying? This is war, like, bro, war tactics. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's us against them. They way smarter than that, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you think we gonna let y'all niggas know that we got this shit right here? That's like the pyramids and Egypt and all of that shit. I fuck with Egypt. That's why I say I don't jack Daniel. I believe in higher power, universe, and all of that stuff, but I'm not just clinging to anything because how we know. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just how we know. This ain't rabbit hole, and it's just, you feel me? Like, you got, like, you can't, none of this shit real, bro. And that's real. You can't remember what you did earlier this morning, bit for bit. You remember the highlights. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, with just that, that's enough to create chaos, because ain't nobody paying attention. You can't pay attention. These niggas know that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing for them to just drop a new product out this motherfucker. Like, now I ain't talking about clothes and water and shit. I'm just talking about some new shit for us to pop on. And we just moving that way. Nigga, we still do the politics shit every 4 years as prompted. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no in between. It is an in between, but niggas only pay attention. Not even just niggas. I'm talking about the nation only pays attention when it's, what's the word for it? When is the 4-year election shit? It's a name for that. But it's going on all the 4 years that you think it's a break in between. That shit is popping. But we only cue in when it's time for us, when they tell us to, all right, get shit together. We vote for Democrat, Republic. Who you gonna shoot? Who you gonna kill? Who you gonna argue with? Who you gonna lose friends about? It's that time again. Come on, man. And we know this. We know this. shit like it's like, come on now, bro. How many times we gonna play the song? We don't know the words. We gonna figure out the words of the song eventually. We think, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we know this motherfucker in and out. Here comes the shift. Here comes the shift. Every 3,000 or 6,000 years, I think it is 1 out of 2. It's a shift. We here for this shit. Like in this vessel, we already been here for the other one, but that's rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? That's too deep. But yeah, this the new shift, bro. And you heard it here first. Like not here first, genuinely, but like we some of the first niggas to put this shit on. Like yeah, bro, this the shift. Motherfuckers be like, we don't know what we talking about or whatever the fuck. You go debate whoever you want to debate, but this shit real. I'm not telling you to quit none of that, but COVID is the new addition to the new world order as far as the Georgia Guidestones and shit.
I'm telling you, man. Say it on your money, bro. Nuvo Ordo Seclorum.
Can't make this shit up, bro.
So, yeah, man. I mean, that among a whole bunch of other shit, bro. It's so much shit. As far as now, I'll say this: just anybody who ever choosing your way, if you choosing Christianity, man, that's on you. If you choosing the Israelite way, that's you. If you choosing the Buddhist way, that's you. Spiritual way,
or science, theology.
Name it. Just know that I feel that ain't no wrong way, bro. Even if I disagree with
Exactly.
there is not a wrong way. So when I be out here kicking this shit, because I have chosen an Egyptian way. I have chosen an Egyptian way. That's what I have chosen. I don't believe that they created everything and made everything, and that's just what it is. They just the source. That was just their lore is what I'm using to connect with creation.
Exactly.
Now, no one can disagree when I say creation because I'm talking about every fucking thing that exists. Like you can't be like, no, that ain't. Nigga, that's
I will say that to anybody, like, Cabral look nicer than me. Like, the way is the most, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be the most, if you're going to try to find the most purest way, yeah, you jack that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, but I suggest you do your super research because everything is a veil. You see what I'm saying? Like my boy in here right now, he trying to tell me, did you know about the Sumerians and get out of here, man, with no Indian inlil, bro. Them folks ain't Prosedic, no Hebrew and Ra and all of them, bro. Like, watch out, man. Then he went on the dark web and tried to get with me. Look, man. Look, them folks on the dark web told his ass the same thing. That boy know what he talking about, man. Leave that boy alone, man. Leave him alone, man. I mean, it was close. The Sumerian was close, but they wasn't. I got him by here. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to take off. Like, yeah, you see that, nigga? You can go as deep as you want to, nigga. I'm nigga gonna tell you what I said, nigga. But yeah, bro. The Egyptian way, nigga. The folks gonna put you on game. They were just too scattered the fuck out. The niggas had something for everything. It's like, then when you think you got one thing, it's like, oh, no, this is this, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. That's why I overstand it. That's why I'm like, yeah, I see why the white boy came in there and tried to remix that and tried to, from chaos, make order. You see what I'm saying? They just go down the line. Yeah. The Egyptians got that shit from the stars and the celestial shit and made sense of it. And guess what? The Arabs came in there, pillaged that, and tried to remix that down. Well, they remixed it down, and every time somebody get hope to it and look at it, they'd be like, this is chaotic. But I see what they do. I'm going to remix it and make it more standardized. That's right. What all this shit is about. That's why it's like, bro, you banging on... Another fun fact, you know, like with the Jonah shit, the last episode, yeah, y'all can look this shit up. but you probably gonna have to do a little bit. This gonna test you. You gonna have to look this shit up. You can't just Google this and it's just gonna be like, wow. You gonna have to put shit together. All right, you go to the rainbow. Roy G. Biv.
Yes, sir.
Red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet.
Indigo, violet, yeah.
Okay, so indigo and violet is more so like you can't see them shits like with the regular eye, so to say, in the rainbow. You kind of down there get blue at the end of that shit, and it's like that's like the end of the spectrum for what it gets higher in the sky. So then you know what color the sun is?
No, what color is it?
It's white. The sun is white. And the reason it's white, the reason it's orange, red, yellow, and all that shit that when we see it is because the motherfucker coming closer down. Just think about it. When it's at its highest point in the sky at 12 o'clock, that motherfucker whiter than your sweater. You can't even down there look at that bitch. But when it's going up and when it's coming down, it start getting darker, darker, and darker, and darker, till that motherfucker just disappear. But guess what? The reason the sky blue is because of the rays from the sun. They got beams in them bitches, and them beams and them rays is the color spectrum. Roy G. Bill. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So them shits are dispersing throughout the sky to make that motherfucker blue. So when a motherfucker say they went to space, motherfuckers ain't went out the planet down there yet, bro. Them niggas Jeff Bezos, them niggas ain't went to no fucking Mars and all that shit, bro. These niggas just be going up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? To above the clouds. Look this shit up. Them niggas don't be going to space, bro. They don't.
So you don't think we've actually gone to space at all?
I ain't saying that. But them niggas Jeff Bezos and them, the shit that they doing, they not going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When the motherfucker be like, them boys just went up there and came back just on some rich nigga shit, they didn't do that. They didn't go where you think they went. Just like we didn't land on the fucking moon. But that's another story for another time. Back to the Roy G. Biv shit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hey, nigga. Warner Brothers Studios is a motherfucker.
Boy, tell them adjust that lighting a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit was a football field, but
You feel me? But fucking, where I was at, Roy G. Bill. So, with the gang shit, bro, that's why I tell you, what I was telling my auntie the other day, I was like, we don't, as far as the black community, so to say, we don't produce anything. Because my auntie was asking me how I feel about Black Lives Matter, and I was like, that old school auntie, you know what I'm saying? Like, we on to, but I had to break it down to, she auntie and shit. So, but in that, I was saying, like, we as black folks, we don't get behind anything that we start. So when something gets started, you should always look at that shit with a side eye. Because anything that we get behind, we did anything, bro. Even if it's for us, we didn't start. Like Black Lives Matter, that's George Soros. But I understand the victims of Black Lives Matter. I ain't talking about the people that died. I'm talking about the people that are victims mentally of it. Like, they think that shit started by some black folks in an apartment or something that was just tired of this shit and it was just a real organic start. No. It's like the crack shit. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga just put that, like the guns and shit, when a nigga just put the shit in the neighborhood, leave a box there and then watch the shit show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a ploy. So back to the Roy G. Biv shit. Nigga, red is at the bottom of the spectrum. On the chakras, that's the lowest, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's on one side of the goddamn rainbow, red. And then you got blue. That's like Christ conscious if you look at all the like garments and Christ, they have blue and violet. You see what I'm saying? And shit like that. Like all the preachers and pastors and all that, the pope and shit like that, they be having them colors. They have scarlet silks, scarlet, all that shit. You feel me? So anyway, nigga, Bloods and Crips, bro. They're the most two prevalent gangs in our nation. That shit is not by accident. There is no such thing as coincidence. Red is the lower state, blue is the higher state. As far as the planet goes, you see what I'm saying? Like you see the blue sky, you know what I'm saying? And who more so is more prevalent in the media as far as them two gangs go? Granted, they both got clout, but who is the more prevalent? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you really be looking into that shit, I'm talking about, like, as far as, like, not on some real street shit, I'm talking about, like, as far as media go, who get pushed the most? That Crip shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? That shit, that's the little fun fact for today with the Roy G. Biv and Nate, bro. We are all light being color, bro. The color ain't nothing but light. You see what I'm saying? And they fucking with your frequencies, bro. They threw them rags in our hood and let some niggas pick them shits up. Talk about, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Them shits mean is like, bro, them shits, you didn't start that, my nigga. Your OG didn't start that. The white boy do that shit down in your hood, and a nigga pick that shit up like everything else, bro. And this is not a racial slur. I just call that shit like I'm an interracial family member. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I give it up. Like,
sure.
that's what that is.
Okay. That's real science. Like the blood crib shit, like the whole, like, yeah, it all makes sense.
Look at the color spectrum. Look at that color spectrum. Roy G. Biv, indigo and violet.
There's a girl bobbing her head to music.
Indigo and violet. Them shits is like purple. You damn, that's their way of saying black, bro. You ever say it when you see a nigga like me outside of these lights and shit on this camera and shit? I heard all the black jokes. He's so black, you blue. So black, you purple. The indigo. That's the indigo. Like, come on, bro. That's the higher level on every color scale, on every color spectrum. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then don't they got something like on the spiritual level, like indigo star child beings?
That's what I'm saying. The indigo children.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, all of this shit is real, bro. But guess what? It don't fucking matter. Does not fucking matter. A nigga still gotta put, huh?
I said, why not?
Because I can know all this shit. I still got to put one foot in front of the other and arm myself physically and mentally, other than just knowing some shit and giving it to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta be able to walk that shit, bro. Talk that shit. I ain't talking about giving no nigga no knowledge. I'm talking about, like, knowing that shit for yourself and just moving accordingly. Like, I don't know. Because with this shit going on now, it's about to get the shift deep, bro. The shift deep.
So what do you think we're shifting into? Have you ruminated on it?
Age, bro, it's just faster timing, bro. Faster. That's what I'm saying. Like, people, you got to get into the darkness and the light. Like, it's gonna look chaotic, bro. On purpose, from them doing it like that. But we are them. But that's another thing. And naturally, it's gonna look crazy. It gotta do that. You see what I'm saying? Because the universe is expanding at all times, bro. The shift is not. separate from that. That's what the universe shifting is about. You feel what I'm saying? Like cycles and circles and shit. While our world is shifting in a cycle, the universe is allowing the universe to expand, and the universe is darker than every fucking whatever the fuck you think is dark, because that ain't nothing but captured light moving so fast that it can't be seen. When you go out in space, you see nothing but black, and you see stars, and that shit look beautiful. The stars is what attract your attention. But niggas don't look into the matter. You know what I'm saying? The darkness. The darkness is what produced the star. If the star is that beautiful to you, then think about what the fuck made the star. That's where the real light at. You feel what I'm saying? Light moving so fast.
Stop it.
Light moving so fast that it can't fathom that shit.
Right. Chill, bro.
We ain't nothing but light beings, bro. That's why they say we gotta move. We gotta be peace and harmony and shit. We ain't nothing but sound. You know what I'm saying? Vibration. That's what makes light. God said, "Let there be light." Darkness vibrated to sound, and that shit made light as we know it. But the light that it comes from, where the fuck was God when he said, "Let there be light"? He was in the darkness, and he wasn't scared, because that's our sheep. It was in the darkness, because that shit is male and female. That's why. You say a male and a female together, that shit sound crazy as fuck. That's what I'm saying. I don't bang on nothing. I don't bang on nobody. The LGBT, I don't bang on it. I understand that shit is not what it is, but at the same time, I understand it's a physical representation of, nigga, this is the chaos. This shit don't make no sense to you, do it, in the physical plane. But it ain't supposed to. It's just an example of what is you going to. You think they got you thinking that you about to go to whatever you gonna go to when you pass, and it's gonna be greater. If you scared of what's going on here, man, look, man.
Big bad.
Look, man. Look, man. Look, man. From chaos comes order. As above, so below. If you think this shit crazy, imagine when you get to heaven, nigga.
Think about what you can't see. Like, we only see like this. We can only see and hear shit on certain levels. There's shit that's still ringing and making sounds that we can't hear. There's shit that we can't. There's color. There's shit frequencies. There's certain levels of shit that we just can't see and hear. So yeah, nigga, like constantly there's shit going on around us that we do not know, and we swear that we just out here by ourselves. When you by yourself, you not.
And motherfuckers think you crazy, or motherfuckers think they crazy. Y'all be like, yo, when you by your fucking self, nigga, if you're walking, that's what I'm telling people, bro. Time, I'm not crazy. We not crazy. We not high. Yeah, we high. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. This is real time talk. Time is a way of governing the chaotic world that we live in, nigga. Just look at this shit. This only makes sense because a nigga made it make sense to you. This shit don't make no sense, nigga. You get some of the day light, and then some of this bitch black, and it happened over and over again. Nigga, that's chaotic. A nigga just, fear comes from not knowing. A nigga went inside, figured this shit out, or made sense out of it, and ordered that shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's not saying that the chaos still not there. It's right there in front of you. It's just been made in an order. That's like all the letters in the fucking book that you got. Them shits, it ain't no new letters in there. Them shits is all from A to Z. A nigga just made order out of that shit, made a whole story out of that shit for you to read. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we stand. That's what we live in. That's what the Matrix is. It's just a nigga that made a system for you to live in. Nigga, there ain't no days. It ain't no months.
There's nothing. It's literally all this. The days.
It's experience.
I'm just on some basic shit. It's literally just the planet going in circles, so the sun hits you sometimes. You're not like it's not. like it's supposed to be a day and night. You're just right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a reminder, bro. Everything is just a reminder of where you come from. You're only supposed to be getting this experience, bro. But because we don't want to just get the experience, people latch on to that. Certain people, you can call them psychics or prophets or whatever, they latch onto that and they make order out of it. It's where you get all your religions, all your democracies, and all of this different shit. Motherfuckers sit back, evaluate, assess, form chaos, or they don't even gotta form it necessarily. Motherfucker, just because of the universe, how the universe works, motherfucker might just get dropped in chaos and then sit back and observe that shit and be like, hold on, I'm in chaos, and I've been studying. Not even just studying, I just done got all this knowledge in about chaos comes order. I be down, I might become me a king out this motherfucker. And this is where you get drug lords, gang lords, and entrepreneurs, and new creators, and all of this shit, because motherfuckers realize the chaos. You gotta see the chaos and capitalize on that bitch. That's what all this shit is about, as far as if you want monetary gain or just self-gain, egotistical gain. But if you just out here getting the experience, then you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it's about. But it's hard to do that when you in a world full of motherfuckers trying to get masculinity. It's masculinity and feminine. The energy is just going back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
And it's all about balance.
Exactly.
It's all like yin and yang.
You got the motherfuckers that figure that out about the balance and just live their life harmonious like that. And then you got the majority of motherfuckers that figure it out and capitalize off of it and make order out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you, man, I ain't trying to rabbit hole, so, but that shit deep. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta go where you gotta go, bro.
The shit deep. You know, it ain't. Nah, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere, but
I thought you was gonna go down the rainbow. I'll get ready.
Nah.
Let's go.
Let niggas know, like, they gotta not even look it up, but just gotta tap in, bro. You just gotta assess shit. Whatever going on with your shit, bro. Like this corona shit, like, even if you get the shit, bro, like, you gotta assess that shit and just be calm. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't, but like, goddamn, this shit just a part of the shift, bro. Like,
yeah, basically,
we here, nigga. We here.
You're explaining a concept. Like, I'm writing a book. It's a self-help book. It's about success. And the concept I put in the book is, we as humans can either sink, swim, or surf. Anybody who fucking sinks is a motherfucker who let the waves hit them. They let the wave hit you. We're the ocean. The ocean is endless. So that's life.
Yeah.
Life is waves. The waves come. You cannot stop the wave. You don't even know where the fuck it came from, nigga. That's how life is in the universe. So you let that wave hit you, and then you just fucking you sinking. You know what I'm saying? You drowning. You struggling. You know what I'm saying? You become. Those are the bums. Those are the people who are always constantly negative and just like, I'm in need and like letting life take. And you got your people who swim. They let the wave hit. They just work their ass off. So they got the job. You know what I'm saying? They take care of their shit. The bills are paid, but they ain't got no investment. They ain't got nothing else going on. They just constantly in the rat race, in the rat wheel, going, I'm working. I pay my bill. I'm working. I pay my bill. I'm working.
Right.
Then you got your surfer. Nigga done went out there with a board. He's sitting down there on the board, floating, waiting, watching the wave as it comes, ready for it. The wave hits. This nigga's already ready for it. Now he's on the fucking wave. This person is investing in shit. They got, you know what I'm saying? They're doing things correctly with not just money, just all types of moves. Everything they do is an investment.
I like
and
that.
It has to return.
I like that shit. Nah, that shit hard. But
like real shit.
That nigga on that board, cause that nigga that's swimming, that nigga fire. You You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga can swim his ass off.
But he gonna get tired.
Every nigga that can swim can't surf, bro.
Very true.
Every nigga that can surf can swim, though. Well, you did something with that one, though. You did something with that shit.
That's why it ain't just like, oh, you gotta surf. Hey, you can sit out there and swim and be good.
Yeah, bro, but that did something with that one, cause, bro, like you said, every nigga can swim. Well, not every nigga can swim, but the niggas that can swim. But every nigga that can swim cannot surf.
That's it.
Find me a nigga that can surf and that bitch tell you he can't swim. Something wrong.
Exactly.
So it's like, nigga, yeah, a nigga that's surfing, that nigga, you gotta acquire this shit, nigga. This ain't for the weak hearted, nigga. You see me on this board, this shit, boy, you hit something there, bro. You see me on this board, this shit look easy as fuck. You would rather be doing this shit than swimming or drowning. But guess what? It take nuts to sit up on this board, nigga, with all the waves out here in the water, with these speedos on, nigga, and this motherfucker gonna crash. I gotta ride the boom, boy. I gotta ride the boom.
And then you ride that motherfucker, and then you come out. All the way to the shore, like, nigga, what's happening?
And you feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga.
Going right back out.
Exactly, nigga. Like, you know what I do. Yeah, you hit something there, bro. That's fine.
Hey, man, hey, be on the lookout, man. Writing a book, success starts with self.
Bro, that's fire right there. Hell yeah. I can dig that.
I appreciate it, bro.
Hell yeah. Cause that shit made perfect sense, bro. That shit made perfect fucking sense. You did something with that shit, my nigga. Yeah,
bro.
Niggas gonna drown if they can't swim, period. That's just off top.
Bro,
But that shit cool, that shit cute, you can backstroke, you can do all that shit. But nigga, do you got enough nuts to get on the board? Nigga, do you even desire to get on the board? Nigga, when you see a nigga surf by, you just be like, damn, that shit look cool, I wanna try that. You know what I'm saying? Kiami Maddox.
What's going on, tribe? Peace. It's my sister.
What's happening?
Yeah, family right there.
But yeah, bro. That's fine. That's real fine.
Peace, Doc. The goddess is in the building. We just talking about, you know what I'm saying, spirituality. It ain't even a coincidence that these two pop up. And this my spiritual guide right there. Like, that's big, my big spiritual sis right there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I tell, like, bro, my auntie called me, bro, and I talked to her for like an hour and a half, bro. And she full blown Christian, bro. Like, full blown. Like, every time, that would used to be the spot, nigga. Every weekend down there, I used to go over there and stay with my cousin and shit, bro. You can't come over there, you can come, but nigga, send that nigga some church clothes. I don't care what you call church clothes, just as long as you send him some clothes that you know he gonna wear to church. You can fuck you wear jeans, you whatever. Nigga going to church, he spend the night over here, point blank period. That's I ain't talking about just Sunday. Wednesday Bible study, nigga. House Bible study, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Revival, all that shit. She might let you stay at grandma's house, and you know what I'm saying? But that auntie talked to her for like an hour, bro. And I said, I don't bang on no religion, bro. I just give it up, bro. And she was on point with that shit, bro. We had a good ass little sit down, my nigga. So, goddamn. This shit powerful, my nigga. And the shift is all a part of the shift, bro. I couldn't have got this shit off with my auntie, like, 20 years ago.
right.
Obviously, I was like 10 years old, so she probably wouldn't have been hearing that shit. But again, that shit's all a part of the shift. It's like, nigga, this shit happened, bro. Telling me all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? She was like, bro, you used to be talking like this. He was legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
The hold of religion was stronger back then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I used to be in church, but
that's my fucking story.
I never read the book, bro. Never none of that, bro. I was on fire, all of that, bro.
I just felt fake. I was in church, and I was sitting in there one day. I was like, man, because every day I don't pay attention. I be looking for girls. Like, I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna keep it one.
It's so all
Bro, I'm telling you, I sat in there and thought to myself one day, like, while they were doing the show, I'm like, maybe God will be mad at me, like I'm being fake. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do what I really want to do because I really want to leave. So I'm going home. I leave. Somebody, this old dude, tried to stop me at the steps. Like, he's like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "I'm going home. I don't think that's blah, blah, blah." And I try to explain it. He's like, "Well, no." He trying to get me to go back. He keep pushing the shit. And then he started to get a little frustrated because I'm like, "No, bro, I'm going home." Yeah. And then he basically, long story short, he concluded, ended up saying, "You know, well, something to the nature of people who don't go to church go to hell." I got angry about that and was like, "Well, I'm going to hell then." And I left. I literally walked off and said, "I'm going home." Because then I'm thinking as I'm going home, like, if you are God's disciple or, Christian, whatever, like, and I'm a child and you're an old man, I'm misled. Why you getting mad at me? Why you damning me to hell already? Well, you need to give me a chance to misunderstand, bro. Nigga, I went home with questions. I literally went home like, "Mom, hold on. Wait up, hold on." So, let me see that Bible, bro. Like, Daddy, I swear, bro, I ain't read the Bible. Like, I didn't read. I just went to certain, when I heard certain sermons, I remember, like, he said this. Well, why this? Why this? Hold on. And then in the first Genesis, he said, "Let us create them in our." Hold on, like shit like that.
Yeah.
So then I just got it all the way off, and then I was like, you know what? I'm finna go take a left at Albuquerque. I'm going this way. I respect it because everybody else still full on religious. I respect the family though. I'd never be like, "Y'all crazy for doing that."
That's what I'm saying, bro. Cause I get it.
It's me. I see a different light. I see a different way to connect up there. Because I feel like there's a way. Christianity, there's a way. But I feel like within religions, churches, and your pastor, you got a liaison to connect with creation. That's how I look at it. That's my own personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go to them, and then they got to talk to the man. Like, you weren't created by that same thing. Like, you can't just already be connected to that and just say, "Listen, man, I'm talking." They hear and see and know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. So why not just sit here and just talk about it? Because creation understands that shit. Creation understands that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at shit. Like, fuck it, dude. Now I'm looking at like everybody basically just choosing their own conduit, as you said, to connect. Choose your way. You know what I'm saying? And there's bases that all of them meet. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't.
And they all say, "Thou shalt not judge," and then niggas come right back around and
they come around and be like, "You ain't on my team, or you tripping? You woke, huh? Okay, woo. Like, Nick, listen, bro. I just chose to. I'm doing this. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not hating on you. I hate on you when you judge. Yes, I will mock the shit out of you when you do all that. Yes, facts. But if you just saying, "Man, my life is good, man. I got aunties, mamas, brothers, everybody that's full on Christian, God fearing, and I respect them. And I really feel like they're gonna be blessed, and like they're not gonna. Ain't no negativity because they chose that way. That's their way, though. Something else in this universe is talking to me. Nigga, like I pull from a whole nother source.
exactly.
Just like all the other 11, what is he, like 1,100 different religions in this motherfucker? I guess.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, man, look, bro. You would be fucking crazy to bang on another motherfucker and then turn right back around and then say, "Niggas is fucking serial killers, bro." Like, then you gonna go outside. It's great. Bang for bang. And then turn right back around and go into whatever temple they go into.
Bro, I mean, with no.
Alright, never mind. Let me stop because now I'm getting too close to mocking and I don't want to do that.
No, it's not even like, it's just, like I said, I just see it. People I know that have grown just like I have. I've seen somebody who came from straight hood, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about no religious Christian, nothing. And now they're full on, you know what I'm saying, Christians or Israelites or Muslims, and they act like they never came from where they came from. And then they try to judge those people that are where they are. Like, I get it. You're happy. You're happy because you got there. But now you on that. You on it's kind of
It's banging.
It's kind of on some Django. You know what's Candy's the black butler nigga, the Uncle Tom nigga. Yeah, the Uncle Tom nigga. Yeah, like you in your position and you just like you uppity about it now. Like you done forgot what color you are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to be where you at, bro. I love it. I see it, and I swear to God, you can't. The proof is in the pudding. I see you post shit, and people know. They know on the indirect level who I'm talking about. They posting shit and just shitting on other people. Like, nah, sis, you wearing stones and shit. That ain't the way, sis. Follow the book. This. Oh, you don't know the real this. Whoa. But you were once misguided at one time. Or as you were stating this person that you're down with. This is a misled person. Why are you shitting on them? Even if you trying to say, come over to my side, you saying it insulting. Oh, you got stones and shit. That's pagan shit. Oh, you got your pagan shit going on. Oh, it's Saturday, not Saturday. Sunday. What, man, listen. So, does it matter if I'm a good person and I'm not hurting nobody? I just didn't choose no religion. I'm stricken to be damned. I don't get it. I don't get it. The whole core of a lot of religious shit is really just be a good person.
That's it. That's what I tell niggas. I tell niggas, bro. I tell niggas if they really. That's why I had to. After an episode I got into, I had to tell my girl about that shit. I was like, yo, I really just got out of character on fucking social media. I became a keyboard warrior. But that's a part of the experience in this underworld. You understand what I'm saying? You get to feel every aspect of it. From the bitch nigga side, from the real nigga side. Nigga be like, I'm a real nigga every day, all day. Nigga, I ain't never been no bitch nigga. You lie. Lie. You lie. Nigga. You done had some bitch nigga days, bitch nigga ways, nigga. That's why I say this shit boldly every time, nigga. If you need religion to be a good person, something is missing. You feel what I'm saying? So, but Pete, though, like, you got a motherfucking, you can't be, this shit. If you let a nigga tell you some shit, bro, that's why they say the books, that's why I tell people the books don't be lying. Whatever shit you subscribe to, for the most part, most of them shits, all of them shits don't be lying. They just be, it's just a nigga putting words in different places, putting letters in different places, so to speak, because nigga be having different names and shit, different little, they slip shit. But if you really do your own research, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a scholar. I'm just nosy as fuck. So I done did all my research. It don't take long. It don't take a lot. Just do your research. And you put all this shit together. It's not gonna take your lifespan. If you a real nigga and a bitch ass nigga at the same time, you gonna get like real niggas gonna sit down and take a whole lifespan and just dedicate their life to this shit. A bitch ass nigga go motherfucking, hey man, you got time for all this shit, man. Sitting skimming through, doing what I need to do, doing what I want to do, and seeing all the call lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, but it looked like Smokey taking a shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, this shit right here. It's right here, nigga.
Oh, hold on. Now they said if you need religion to be a good person and something's missing, I definitely agree. And then you said religious stories are mostly moral stories.
That's all, bro. That's all.
That's
all. And once too many niggas get hope to it, niggas get to spinning shit around. You understand what I'm saying? Like Catholicism and Christianity. Them shit started out with good intentions, believe it or not. Believe it or not. But shit gets spun. It's like, that's what I'm saying with the COVID, bro. That's what I'm saying with the COVID, bro. Like, this shit ain't nothing but a shift, bro. If you do your research, everything, the road, that's what the saying is, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, bro.
Thanks.
Why I say that, bro? Nigga, this is the underworld. The newest form of religion and the most trendiest form of religion, Christianity calls it hell. But most of your religions, your ancient religions, call Earth the underworld, bro. This is hell. We are all light beings, not just the people on the planet, the animals on the planet. Every living organism is a light being. That's why in Christianity they call hell full of fire and dismay and all of this other shit. What you see is a beautiful hell. It's an illusion. We all light beings. We are fire. The world full of fire. You just can't see it. And so you're just eternally burning because you keep reincarnating in this shit because you don't want to leave. It's an illusion. It's a fake video. Like that's why the angels fall. That's why Lucifer is an example of the light bearer. He fell from darkness and into the light. He fell. He was in darkness, beautiful. He was the beautifulest angel in darkness and all of that. But he was in darkness, asking all these questions, and he fell. And now he get to walk to and fro because he got the choice. He knows he's the nigga with the. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not a Luciferian or a Satan worshiper. I'm just telling you what the real is. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they say Jesus and Lucifer is the same person. If you know about Christmas and Santa Claus and Krampus and all of that shit, you understand what I'm saying? That is the Christmas version of Jesus and Satan.
Satan.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Move the letters around.
Krampus is the negative alternate version of Santa.
Joanna said that's why they call the Bible. That's why it's called the Bible Belt. It's hot down south. People down here want to go to hell.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Thanks.
It's the underworld. They just put a negative connotation on it to even scare you and flip like, bro, these folks call this shit the underworld. That's what Osiris came to the underworld and he rose back in the sky as Heru, the sun.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying?
What?
You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say Egyptian is the most authentic and purest of the shit, but it's all still mythology. If you want to get into the real, just look for yourself. Look into the whatever the stars and this shit. Just common sense, bro. Like, the darkness is in the sky, the space. That's the real darkness. The lights come from the darkness. You understand what I'm saying? We are light beings. Everything on this earth is governed by the sun. This is hell. This is the underworld. You understand what I'm saying?
Ooh-wee. You talking that shit, boy. I like it. That creeps, bro. Preach.
You ascend back into the cosmos, and the angels, they come out this motherfucker. You know, that's why the angels and demons ain't nothing but the sounds from the cosmos. That's light moving so fast that you can't see it. It's black. It's dark. That ain't even black out there. That's just dark. It's like you can't see shit. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, invisible really is. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I hear where you at.
the shit that we see as invisible, this is fake. This is in the light invisible. Like, you can't see shit. But when the dark, man, come on, bro. Like, the dark is, that's why it's always a reminder. You can't, daylight come, the dark come right behind that motherfucker as a reminder, nigga.
Yeah,
It's like, where's it come from?
We're literally in darkness constantly.
Yes.
Like I said, we're just next to something that produces light.
Yes.
Like that in itself is not like we're in light.
The earth before it became, the earth before sun did what it did to it, when it was just like in the beginning stages, this shit was molten lava. Molten lava. It was inhabitable. It wasn't habitable by nothing. It was oxygen. Oxygen was once poison to the earth. But guess what? The earth wasn't as beautiful as it was before oxygen came into the picture. And guess what oxygen is? Oxygen is H2 fucking O. Water and motherfucking air. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's light, bro. That's light. That's fire broken down. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see where you're going. You get the science of that shit.
Like
shit.
Water comes from fire. Water comes from fire.
You gotta
It
break
ain't
it
the
down.
other way around.
You gotta break it
But
down.
that shit don't make sense to nobody because when you
Exactly.
see a fire, you throw water on that bitch and it puts it out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you being supportive, bro. She's fucking with you big time.
Like, dig, bro. Like, that's what the cross is about, bro. The 4 elements to keep your ass here, nigga.
Tell them about the cross, bro.
The cross is a hexahedron, my nigga. That's why what a cross that is in Christianity. You know what I'm saying? That's why the cross, you know what I'm saying, like the one with the top, that's a box, my nigga. That's a box, a hexahedron. That's why the lower part of it is longer. Because once you on that bitch, you close that bitch and now your ass is in the box, nigga. You here to stay, nigga. Every time you die, you reincarnate because your ass is on the cross. You get off the cross, you get on the wheel, your ass, if you want to ascend to the heavens and the cosmos, you can go up there. But guess what? As above, so below. This shit get deeper up there. That's why, exactly. That's why the angels come back down here. The light beings come, they escape from the darkness and come down here. Because it's lit down here.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
They start laying with the human. They start making.
Because the way, contrary to where it seems, when you go back and sit on the throne with your mother and your father, the supreme being, the feminine and the masculine energy, nigga, that shit is quote unquote boring. So the light beings come out here to have a good time, then they get trapped because nigga, this shit real. Nigga, you done slowed down when you came down here, so you ain't moving as fast as you was moving when you was moving up there in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? You done slowed down, so you don't know what the fuck going on. You know, I'm thinking this shit lit for real. You thinking this the light for real. You thinking you man, come on, bro. And then when you go home, you be moving so fast, and that shit you be serving your mother and your father. The feminine and masculine energy just doing a whole bunch of chaotic shit. But it's not, chaos is not bad, and chaos is not good. You just doing chaotic shit. You just serving your mother and your father, the feminine and the masculine energy. And that shit get boring. And you drop down into the lit area, you know what I'm saying? And then you get trapped there for a while, and then eventually you will figure this shit out, and then you ascend back to the cosmos. You'll stay up there for a while, make you a planet or two, make you a star or two. Then you drop your ass back down here, you be like, oh shit, I'm back in the beds again. Where they got fucking phones and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and then you just pop back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what be going on, bro.
I like it though. You rub that shit down for real, some comically fucking sophisticated shit though.
That's what be going on though, bro. Like,
for real, for real. Yeah, man. So with that said, just what is your thought process on that?
they cool.
I feel that. But
you know,
I'm just curious because there's some people who feel like that's the beginning of human civilization.
Well, no, because the Egyptians was there before them. Yeah, they was.
You sure?
You gonna be just like this nigga I was just telling you about?
No, I'm not gonna be like him at all. I'm nowhere near that.
Run that shit back, Turbo. Yes,
That nigga said you gonna be like that nigga. Hold on, bro. Let me see. I'll get the exact. See, this is what I like about this.
Yeah, bro, run that shit back, bro. Hold on, let me go get me another switch.
Swear to no. Okay, yeah, see, I see that. Hold on, we're doing some research. Give us a second. You going to go get a new blunt or whatever? I'm doing some research. I want to see. I like
Yeah, I'm back, bro.
All right, for sure. I'm just looking up. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. So you probably are correct. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
That long before Great Pantheon introduced.
Anunnaki is Sumerians and shit.
Yeah, I know that.
Like Babylonians and all of them boys was like. That's what I was saying. I was telling my bro, they was slightly a little after them boys, bro. Ancient Egypt is the most purest form of this shit known to, well, African, like, don't get me the line. I ain't about to sit here and act like I'm just some scholar. Like I said, I know a little about a lot, but I fuck with that Egypt shit. But it's just like, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with that shit over them all, but
I mean, it's just another route.
and the reason I fuck with the Egyptian shit is because it's so complex, bro. Everything from these motherfuckers, bro. Washington, D.C. is fucking laid out like Egypt, bro. The compass in the square, that's Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Benjamin Banneker was a black man. He laid that shit out for them niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everywhere in Washington, D.C. got shit dedicated to Egypt. They got obelisks like Egypt.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got Heru taking. I mean, they got Heru on the Heru Cadet Badet. What is it? What? It's when Heru get his do whatever the fuck that shit is, bro. But yeah, they got that. They got looking from the past to the present to govern the future, because you're always gonna be in the present if you in the physical. So nigga, if you wanna look to the past to govern the future, and when you look to the past, every time you gonna see. That's what they saying. It's like, nigga, you look to the past to govern the future. Every time you look to the past, you gonna see that from chaos comes order, and that's what you use to govern the future. It's all a fucking game, man. These niggas telling like the Egyptians is the ones who told us this shit from the beginning. And everybody just took that shit and ran with it. Niggas killed niggas for this shit. Niggas killed them. Niggas came in there and took them niggas shit.
We're gonna have to look it up further, because what I'm finding is that they did come before them.
Who, the Anunnaki? What they say?
I'm not saying it's guaranteed.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
The Sumerians worshipped these gods long before great pantheons of ancient Greece and before the ancient Egyptian gods.
Where are you looking at?
I'm looking at the name of this. I definitely try to press that shit like it was a phone on my computer. I'm tripping. This is called Matrix Disclosure, Science and History magazine. It's just about ancient shit, like you said. Article on the Anunnaki. But I looked that up on Google. But either way.
Well, hey, I might be wrong, man. But I think that was shit. But I mean, I'm just being honest.
That's good, bro. That's what I like about our shit. Yeah, that's 100. We can go look up shit, figure it out. Basically, I don't know if what we were trying to figure out is who came first.
Natalie, I said Anunnaki.
Anunnaki came first.
I don't know. I don't know why she just said that. She just said it before you said it.
Okay. So that's what we're trying to figure out. If rather the Anunnaki came before the Egyptians. I assume that they did. He assumed that
like that because they some fucking aliens, right?
I feel like that because they.
Yeah, like man, that's why I be like, bro. Guess
I
what?
don't.
That's the only way. That's the only way y'all gonna get me to jack that shit that they came before the Egyptians.
Yes, I believe that they, but I don't. My difference is I don't necessarily think that they were the only ones that they were the start of humans. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't just them.
They are myth though, bro.
Okay, I mean, I don't know.
I'm saying like they fucking.
So
if
what
they was before the Cometics,
huh?
Cometians. See if they was before the Cometians, because wording is appropriate too. Because you see what I'm saying? Because see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? I ain't got to keep saying you see what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Because all that shit, mythology, you know what I'm saying? Granted, they were supposed to be aliens and shit. That's what the fuck Heru and all of them supposed to be. But you can still see everything that them motherfuckers said. Like, they didn't cap you down at all. Like, nigga, they didn't say this nigga was supposed to be somewhere you ain't never gonna see him. Like, nigga, Heru is the sun. Osiris is the motherfucking king of the underworld, which is your modern day Jesus and Satan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and fucking, yeah, like, it's all present shit. Not present shit, but, like, tangible shit, so to say.
Egyptian pharaohs, Israelites, their kings serve anything.
Not the pharaohs, no. Pharaohs is,
I know.
I'm saying, that's a little bit later in Egyptian. I'm talking about just the fucking, the lore, so to say, the pantheons, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cometian. But again, bro, you probably got it, bro. Like, sorry, I meant the Anunnaki probably was before that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying about the wording of Cometian instead of Egyptian.
Right. I feel where you come from. This is how I learn. I want to learn. I'm just looking. But I haven't seen nothing yet, but I'm going to keep looking.
And like I said, them niggas cool too. You know what I'm saying? But the Egyptian shit is more. I fuck with that shit more. Long story short.
I mean, that's what, like I said, earlier, like that's what I've chosen was the Egyptian lore. It's the Egyptian way. That's my choice. That's my way of connecting with creation. You know what I'm saying? In the name of Anpu, Israeli, Sabariki, Abariki, Ranubis. You know what I'm saying? That's who I fuck with. So, and it's different. It's not like you go church and, you go worship. It's just connection.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's not, for me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't like, I don't know, it's a little different from just religion. Like, it's not like that. I can go do what I want. I can go into church. I can go, sit there
I told my auntie, I'm like, man, I do whatever with anybody. Like,
and still be genuine about the energy I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? This is my angle is I like to speak in Egyptian lore. I like to speak it that way by wearing my, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are symbology. You know what I'm saying? Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? Symbol of life. You know what I'm saying? The eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, awareness. Like, that's where I'm at about this shit.
Exactly.
I like to display this shit. Everything you do is a ritual or an algorithm of, you know what I'm saying, existence. Real shit. Everything is an algorithm of intent. That's a better way to say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally wearing shit, that means, okay, you're telling the universe, like, you backing that. You know what I'm saying? That you wearing your shit daily. How much do you wear your shit? It's all about what you do with it. You clean your shit. You know what I'm saying? You actually care for it. You connect with it. You make a deeper connection. You have a deeper connection. Your vibration. You're vibrating with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm on.
Nah, for real.
That's what the fuck I'm at with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I got, like I was talking about, I got aunts, man, that's super Christian.
I say.
I say, oh, I got aunts that's super Christian, bro. Family members, friends, and like, they blessed. blessed. Like they get. That's why I can't. That's why I'm saying I know I can't hate on the. Man, these folk blessed, bro. They done had all types of crazy shit where God has, you know what I'm saying, Jesus has done for them. Amazing shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I tell people, bro. Exactly what in the comments. Energy. Everything is energy.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't stop that. You can't fake that. You can fake everything else, bro. It all come back to what I was saying. We are light beings, bro. And it don't stop there at just light and darkness and all of that. Because light moving fast as fuck, so it is in darkness. That don't stop there, bro. We are fucking... Because they want you to think like, in that likeness, it is atoms. And they want you to think that that's just the end, the beginning, and be all. Bro, it's something even smaller than, well, obviously electrons and neutrons.
Subatomic
right?
particles, yeah.
Yeah, it's something even smaller than
smaller. Mm-hmm.
It's just strings, bro.
It's continuous.
It's strings. That's what electrons, neutrons, and all of that shit is made of, bro. Minutia. Somebody said minutia.
Yeah.
That's what all of that shit is made of, bro. String. That's what all this shit is made of, bro. String, bro. And string becomes sound. Vibration. The strings start vibrating. They not strings like the strings that we know with the physical eye. Obviously you know we can't see these shits because you can't even see a fucking atom, and this shit smaller than an atom. This shit smaller than a neutron, electron. It's strings, my nigga. Them shits vibrate into fucking atoms, neutrons, electrons, and all of that shit. And then they fucking vibrate into sound. And the sound produces, well, not even sound, just minerals and all of that shit. All of that shit is vibration, bro.
Everything is vibration.
Everything. That's why I'm saying this is hell, nigga. Because it's all sound. It's all light.
And it's a low vibration. It's because we can physically touch.
Yes.
That's a low vibration.
Yes.
That's fucking low frequency.
This is a fucking gym. This a fire-ass gym, my nigga. For light beings, for souls, for angels, if you may. This is a gym. Niggas fall out from the darkness into the light and start practicing to get higher. So when they are sent back, they are better angels and better, if you may, better servants for the masculine and the feminine energy, aka your mother and your father, which is why the 10 Commandments is like, honor thy mother and thy father. And you thinking they talking about the nigga that put a dick in your mama womb and the lady that popped you out of her womb. Yeah, them two. But along with the feminine and the masculine energy, it's honor that shit. You know what the feminine and masculine energy is? That's, if you think you're Jesus in yourself, you gotta honor both the night and the day. Like, that's your feminine and your masculine, negative and positive, like male and female. Like, you gotta honor that shit. You gotta acknowledge that shit exists. The good and evil, the yin and the yang. You got to balance it out. And then that's how you honor that shit. Like, I love both of y'all. That's how you honor both of your parents. You ain't gonna honor both of your parents by saying, fuck your mama and I fuck with my pops, or fuck your pops and I love my moms. If you honor both of them, you gonna find a way to balance that shit out. And make both of them, you know what I'm saying? Make them folk because they love you, quote unquote. But the universe don't love. The universe don't hate. The universe don't got no feelings. That's why you gotta grab that motherfucker by the horns. You dig what I'm saying? That's why the bull and the mahert, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit, the ram and shit, you gotta grab that bitch by the horns and balance it out. Ride that motherfucker. That's how you honor your parents, bro. You gotta figure them motherfuckers out and be like, look, bro, I'm y'all creation. That's the tree of life, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to be successful in this shit, you just gotta. It ain't that hard, bro. It's literally just assessing every situation come your way. Every fucking situation. Like you said, surfing, nigga. It's easy to swim. Swimming is punching trying to get like nigga serving this nigga. I done figured some shit out. The bitch ass nigga, you swing at him. Nigga, the fuck you talking about, bitch ass nigga? I want to bore on your bitch ass nigga.